Hello everyone, this is Anna and she's Aloha, my cat dragon, and she's introducing the theme of this video, which is dragon energy. I know I know a lot of you have been sensing and feeling and seeing dragons, and you might not know exactly what that means. And I'm not talking dragon neither from the Mayan calendar or the Chinese horoscope. That's not the way, at least, I work with that energy. And it's an still evolving or in progress energy, and it's very not new because it's the oldest energy of all, but it's new in regards of our perception or of our anchoring that energy, and this has to do with the awakening of the planet, of the consciousness awakening and the ascension process. So dragons are of an angelic nature. They are seraphims of the highest order, and the meaning of the word dragon is carriers of light. That's why, if you have been feeling the energy of, you have seen or you have been seeing dragons, or they have presented to you in meditations or in dreams, that's, I feel it's a sign of your own ascension process, or a way of telling you that you are ready to start the ascension process. For the last decade or more, we have been getting ready to ascend or to start the ascension process, and now I think that 2016 being a 9-cycle year, and 2017 is a 1 year, is the beginning of the next phase. And a lot of us have been feeling this feeling of, well, what's next? We have done our inner work, at least this phase inner work. So what's the next phase? And it's ascension, properly ascension. And that's where dragons come in, because they are the energy of this next phase, because they are carriers of the light. And in order for you to start the ascending process and turn your carbon body and consciousness to a crystalline body and crystalline consciousness, that means that you are ready to embody light, to be light. They say that when you are ready to ascend, it's because your cells have embodied at least 79 or 80% of light in them, in your cells. So you are becoming crystalline, you are becoming light, and that's when the carriers of light come in, which are these dragons, these angelic nature beings. And the energy they carry is creation energy, creative energy, because dragons are the original creators of our divine blueprint. Not only they create universe and they create consciousness, they have created Gaia. I've always been very connected with Tiamat, and as a mother creator, as a divine mother dragon. And I believe Tiamat is the original dragon creator of Gaia. And in the way the dragons work with us, with this light embodiment, is that they allow to work with the creation blueprint for you to create in a balance and from a very using your or anchoring your sovereignty in the process of creating your world. And this, of course, has to do with the balance between the feminine and the masculine, and with the mind and the heart. Dragons come in to help you align with that balance and to, I'm sorry I have to close my eyes, but the energy is coming through, and to help you create from a balanced way, from a balanced consciousness. And the feminine and the masculine the balance between the feminine and the masculine inevitably will make you work with your sexual energy, and in the case of women, with your womb, and the connection between heart and womb. That's how dragons create. And the specific note of their energy is to create as a sovereign being of light, of consciousness, and to create balance and in a pure way. It's the original way of creation. That's why they work with your divine blueprint, because they make you remember how to create as divine creator gods or goddesses, in the sense of aligned and balanced consciousness. And they are telling me now that it has to do with purity. And this purity connects you with an innocence that as adults, many adults have lost because their inner child is still wounded. And that's why they are carriers of light. They help you come back to that innocence and purity way of imagining and creating your world. And for that to happen, of course, you have to do all that inner work, which I'm sure most of you already are doing it, the balancing of the feminine and the masculine, to heal that wounded inner child and return to that purity, innocence way of creating. And where the dragons live in you, it's in the spiritual heart, it's in the Hrit chakra. It's not the physical chakra, it's not where the soul chakra is. It's not even the other heart. I don't remember the name in English. It's one that it's on the left here. It's a very specific place, the Hrit chakra, and it's called the spiritual heart, the sacred heart. And when you start reconnecting, and it's a very galactic place, that's why you connect with dragons, because dragons are galactic beings. When you connect, we start connecting or reconnecting with everything, the galactic consciousness and the earth consciousness. You will start connecting or activating your spiritual heart. this spiritual heart usually brings very, 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 very deep feelings. Sometimes because the connections to your divine origin has been broken, lost, damaged, the way you are going to feel that activation of your third chakra, it will be with a very, very deep sadness or fear even. And it will connect you with your empowerment and the creative process. You will feel the fear of returning to that divine place of creator, sovereign creator. After the activation of that sacred heart chakra, and this is a very feminine, besides it's on the left side of your body, so it's very feminine remembrance of very, very ancient and original and primordial feelings. That's when I remember, or I not remember for the first time, but I had to acknowledge Tiamat, because I could feel her heartbreaking feeling of having lost, or not having lost, have her creations been taken away from her, the grief, the sadness, and the fear of being hurt because she was creating in an empowered and sovereign way. And this, I believe this is something women have to bring back to themselves, to go through all that pain and fear of completely embody their sovereignty and creation powers. So when you activate this chakra, this sacred chakra, spiritual chakra, you will start on your own way and path and time, healing these very profound and ancient and primordial feelings. And after you have reached that point of almost being healed, you will feel a very specific emotion, and something will happen in your own path. I don't think it's a specific thing, so that's why I cannot tell you. It was a very specific healing for myself, but I'm sure this specific thing, this specific moment, turning point, it will be very specific for your own path, or with that ancient feelings that you will feel in your feminine path, healing path. So after you have done all that profound primordial healing, it's like the blueprint will be cleaned or relieved from all that density or wounds, primordial wounds. They have been affecting the template from where you were creating your life on your own consciousness. So everything will come up just because you have been working to release all that. So in the last release, everything will come back like all of a sudden and at the same time. So a lot of emotions that you were working with and are ready to completely wash away that template will come up all at once, and because they are being released at the same time, like a mix of emotions, you will feel it, and it will come like this. It will last. It can last a couple of hours. My experience has been of a couple of hours, a very intense feeling. It is here in the same place, but it can go all on your stomach as well. But because it's a mix of all the emotions, you won't tell which specific emotion it is. But what you will feel is shock. It's literally when you are feeling a lot at the same time, you are shocked. And so that's like the final release. It's like the template being cleaned of all of whatever was there stuck in it. So poof, it's like this. And so you will feel that final push, final release as an emotional shock, emotional release. And that's the moment where you return to your divine innocence place, divine purity consciousness. And that will allow you to start creating from a dragon minded way, or being from a dragon kind of way. And you will start to remember how to create from your divine blueprint, your divine template, this sovereign creator template that we all have. And it's the Immaculate Conception. This is to create from light in a pure and divine way. Whatever you want, a romantic relationship, a project, an idea, your next holidays, your spiritual work, world peace, whatever, it doesn't matter, but it's the Immaculate Conception of birthing new realities. And that's what dragons are coming so clearly, especially through the last weeks, month. Everyone is sensing them, feeling them. They are coming in clouds, in dreams, in meditation. Last Saturday was World Dragon Day, and they are very loving, very caring, because it's nothing, they don't respond to those images that we might have in our collective consciousness of these dreadful, terrifying creatures. It's nothing like that. They are very loving, very powerful as well, and they are angels that are in service of the Sophia consciousness. The Sophia consciousness is the feminine counterpart of the Christ consciousness. So they create, and they are coming back. They come back to help us remember the immaculate way of creating realities and our own reality. They are pure light, sovereign beings of divine creation. So that's the way I work with them. That's the energy I carry in my service, to enable people to remember the original way of creating in purity and innocence, like children. And the last message, I think they wanted to give it to you in light language, so I ask you to close your eyes and open your heart to receive some dragon light language.